The Jaguar F-Type Coupé is a real head-turner. There's something dramatic, something charismatic about the way it commands the road. And I suppose you could say, because of that long prowling nose and the short purred rear, that it is a modern interpretation of the classic E-Type Jaguar, although it is still very much a contemporary sports car. And the good news is that the go matches the show. So, what makes this particular F-Type Coupé so special? Well, at a glance it might look like just another F-Type V8R, but in fact there's more to this two-door. It's actually the latest all-wheel drive version. The all-wheel drive system uses a torque-sensitive central diff to distribute the engine's urge between the front and the rear wheels. The Jaguar remains essentially rear-wheel drive biased, but the diff will seamlessly move some of the power to the front wheels if the rear starts running out of grip. Most of this all-wheel drive version's distinguishing features are under the skin, but there are some external clues as well, although you have to be a bit of an F-Type expert. If you look closely, you'll see that this car has a completely different bonnet with a much more pronounced power bulge and air vents which have moved further forward and are further apart. But the rest is classic F-Type. That means the design is dominated by that extended prowling bonnet, an almost impossibly short rear deck, short overhangs and big 20-inch wheels at each corner. The large ovoid front grille and faired-in headlights create an aggressive, hungry impression and an unmistakably feline stare, while the low stance and wide tracks add to the Jaguar's athletic presence. The eye-catching carbon fibre roof is a 40,000 Rand extra. The rear spoiler pops out at speeds above 120 km an hour and provides reassuring downforce, albeit at high speeds only. Get behind the wheel of the Jag and the vast expanse of the bonnet can appear quite daunting at first. You sit very low in these form-hugging bucket seats, and the combination of the driver-focused instrument binnacle and the high center console creates a very snug, very comfortable effect. Given that this is a 2 million Rand sports car, there is a lot of standard kit. Not only that, but the quality of the craftsmanship is tangible. Hand-stitched leather and high-tech aluminium accents find an attractive compromise between tradition and high-tech, while the list of convenience features extends from electric seats and windows, keyless entry and start, and a multifunction steering wheel to a touchscreen display offering direct access to the car's comprehensive infotainment system. Sat-nav and Bluetooth are naturally included too. The all-wheel drive system may be new, but the engine is still the same supercharged 5-litre V8. It's linked to an 8-speed automatic transmission and produces 405 kilowatts of maximum power, linked to a fat 680 newton-meters of torque. The four-wheel drive system makes much better use of all that urge. It seamlessly transfers power between the front and rear axles, while also offering torque vectoring to combat oversteer. The new electrically assisted power steering promises greater efficiency and more feedback, but you need to get behind the wheel to find out how good the steering really is. If you've ever driven a V8-powered F-Type Coupé, you'll know that it's quite easy to get the wheels to squirm because there's just simply so much power. Driving this all-wheel drive version, you immediately feel that the car is more composed, more controlled, and that the power delivery is more incisive. The result is a car that instills more confidence right from the outset. Of course, the steering benefits from the added composure. It feels over-assisted at slow speeds, but crisp and responsive when driving with gusto and delivering ample heft under load. The extra traction also means the F-Type is terrific off the mark, dashing from 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. That's only a tenth of a second faster than the rear-wheel drive car, but it does feel sharper and punchier. Top speed remains a largely academic 300 kilometers an hour. But how much quicker is the all-wheel drive version in real terms? Well, our test car is the very same one that propelled Jaguar's Davy Ulifi to a best time of 45.1 seconds at this year's Jaguar Simola hill climb. That's 2.5 seconds quicker than his time in the rear-wheel drive version the year before. The Jaguar F-Type Coupé is a fine sports car, and the all-wheel drive version is arguably even better. It has greater composure, more control, and it provides better access to the full performance potential of this car. But the weak rand means that ownership of this vehicle comes at a premium. A beefy supercharged V8 is a fitting heart for this sports car, as is the slick and quick 8-speed auto gearbox. But it's the all-wheel drive that really transforms the Coupé, allowing improved access to its considerable dynamic talents. A smart and comfortable cabin adds further appeal, but a tiny boot means practicality isn't high on the list, and the price tag will make your eyes water.